I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song.
Another Barnes and Noob contradiction corner from Dabblers Anonymous.
Ziggy Kruger, thanks $2. Wednesday's coming, Johnny. TikTok. Listen, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
Flashback.
Does your lawyer make excuses to prolong your case? Listen, I'm going to fight this case, and I think I'm going to win, dickhead.
End of flashback.
Wednesday's coming, Johnny. TikTok. Listen, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
So you guys on Uncle Rico last night were playing when VTL was on trolling John.
Yeah.
And Vince said something brilliant where he just goes, yeah, I mean, I don't know what these nerds are doing. They're supposed to like start a lawsuit and then back out of it and stop paying attention to it. Let the lawyers take care of it. So I was like, yeah, I know. I don't get it.
John's like, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me, Vince. I haven't been paying attention since day one.
Yeah, there was a moment, I might have that clip too, where Corky goes, so Wednesday's the big day, right, Judge? I was like, what are you talking about?
It is.
Holy shit, you forgot already? Paying zero attention. So yeah, this is the big news that came out this morning as reported on by one Lucy Typebox, once over with Kaylee on X. And Judge Dinolfo declines to move or modify the conference schedule for Wednesday, April 22nd at 11 a.m. as all parties had ample opportunity to be heard on scheduling prior to the conference being set. The failure of any party to appear may result in action being taken pursuant of 22 New York 202.27, and I'll explain why that's significant, as Lucy does in the comments here. It's significant because if the defendant appears but the plaintiff does not, the judge may dismiss the action and may order a severance of counterclaims or cross-claims. So meaning it's not just disposed, but actually the judge could make a ruling on our counterclaim. Mm-hmm. So it's very important that someone show up and represent John on Wednesday at 11 a.m. And, you know, I give credit. This is the court ordered. If Susser would have responded at some point, I'm sure they would have moved the date for him, but he just sat on it for weeks.
Yeah, but you know what? Danny's an asshole, so why would Susser respond, you know?
Could I play devil's advocate real quick?
Yeah, please.
John,
sure.
What if they don't turn up, mate? Then you win. Huh? If none of them turn up, you could win. You're this close.
Point.
So close, John.
That's a good point. Get together with Danny tomorrow night for dinner. Maybe we just tie one on and just sleep through it.
Oh, that'd be
You never know. We make it along famously. Just head out at nightclubs all night long.
You guys running into court in your PJs. Sorry, I'm late, Your Honor.
Did you guys spend the night together? Shut up.
I'd rather not talk. I'd rather not be not be on the record, Your Honor. Thank you.
So John's whole thing this week is that our attorney is a bully who's trying to inconvenience him, and somehow he forgot that he originally wanted this lawsuit to be tried in Manhattan, which is wildly inconvenient for everyone that he was suing.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, just like, what the fuck? You got to have to travel somewhere for this thing? It's like, well, yeah, that was the whole point all along. That's what you tried to do to us.
Yeah. While he's a Florida resident, let's keep that in mind too.
Well, right. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
So how long until Susser tries to bail on this case? I'm betting he is writing a poorly written excuse dated September 2025 as we speak. Fuck Stuttering John. Shuli Lives Matter. Clubfoot World Order. Well said, Chris Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Hall.
I think every letter he writes is from April 6, 2026. I'm pretty sure.
We were talking last night on Rico about whether or not he shows up. What do you think? What if you had to pick?
All right, so Susser already said he can't make it, whether it's virtual or in person. He's already said that. And the last thing that he wrote to anyone was, I need this moved.
Right.
So the only reason why he would make it is if John was the type of client that he needed to do something for above and beyond. So let's say John was a client with deep pockets.
Right. I was going to say, you mean a paying client.
Right. Like someone who could pay him money.
Gotcha.
Or it was maybe a high profile case that was important to him that you'd want to use as case studies later on. So if John is paying his attorney any money, or if John is a high profile individual, then it's possible that Susser moves things around and makes it to the courthouse. So I give it a 0% chance.
So that's interesting that you brought up. He already said he can't make it. Does it make him look worse if he does show up?
That's interesting.
Just didn't want
Right?
to go. Just didn't want to go. Couldn't be asked. Well, I guess I have.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, so let's talk about this that nobody is talking about. The fact that here we are asking if Bennett Susser can be there April 22nd. John has another attorney. Officially, Tabor Benedict is still judge attorney. He has not told the court or anyone else that he's no longer representing John Melendez. So is the court like, one of you guys can make it, right?
Well, it also could be that the court's like, why isn't this other guy here, the main attorney? If one of them does show up, like let's say if Susser shows up and Tabor doesn't, well, Tabor's the one who filed everything, so maybe the judge would like him there. You would think, right?
Yes.
Well, and regardless of John, I mean, don't these two attorneys have a professional obligation to show up? And isn't there repercussions if
That's
if they
what's
don't?
crazy about all of us saying he's not showing up, because that's the first thing that should pop up on anyone's radar, especially if this is your field of business, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like the fact that we're going, I could see him not showing up is crazy to me.
So what do you
That's
put it at?
crazy.
Shuli, you think is that better than 50-50 chance?
No, I don't think he's showing up, dude. I don't. And it's crazy. I'm sitting here saying, you're an idiot. How is this guy not going to show up? But I just feel like he's not going to show up.
And I think that John doesn't care because
I don't think he cares.
No, I know. I think it gives John an out to say, well, they did violate my right of publicity, but this loophole or whatever, this unfair thing by the judge was against me and sided with Danny.
Can he call a local attorney in Rochester and pay him a visit fee just to be present and put himself on the case? Is that a thing?
Who, John?
Yeah.
John can't pay his attorney. I don't know
Right.
who he's
not
paying.
not a Danny, but
No, what he can do is he can call a local drunk, just call a bar at 3 p.m. tomorrow, tell him to put a suit on and show up at the courthouse tomorrow. 'Cause that's what John usually has as attorneys, guys pretending to be attorneys.
Arthur, lose the tits and get a suit. We're going to Rochester.
And says, Dabblin Doofus rules. I've heard that somewhere.
Thanks, Sean.
Can I give you a quote from John, who's live regarding the case?
Yes, please.
Whether I win or lose, I win. Because I stood up for myself, and none of you other berry wussers would.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and then he put his fist up like the end of Breakfast Club and walked out.
He's taking a victory for this.
Oh yeah.
There's no okay. That's pretty lame. Rumpled Trenchcoat, a couple of podcasts. Benedict and Susser would both rather take the sanction and fines to gracefully distance themselves from Southern John. No one showing up. I think you're right.
I mean, that could be the answer.
Yep. It's the lazy way out. It's the laziest way out possible.
Also, just throwing this in, Karl, he thinks that the mileage Danny has to travel means him showing up for the hearing is not a win for us.
Right. Yeah, that was the other thing too, where it's like Danny wanted this conference because it would cost you and me more money. So no. Discovery is what would cost Shuli and me a lot more money, you idiots.
Yeah, and John.
Right. Yeah. So John can't afford Discovery.
No, a
Obviously.
meeting isn't even on, on the list. Discovery.
BMC, I've known judges who allow virtual conferences when both attorneys work in Manhattan. The fact that this judge didn't grant it means he's not happy. Yeah, he was disrespected. The court had to reach out to Bennett multiple times before they got a response. And even that response was like, I'll get back to you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he said, he's not able to make it 2 weeks late, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
he had time.
And then he shows up after he didn't reply for 2 weeks. I think that puts him in an even deeper hole.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Comedy podcast clips for another $10. Thank you. You should all sue Southern John for injunctive relief to stop channel strikes. Seriously, you can provide YouTube with the order. This guy wants us to sue everyone.
Yeah.
More court stuff. Yes, please.
I know.
That's exactly what we want.
Let's just keep this thing going forever. I mean, listen, when this suit is settled, hopefully it will be soon, then we got Anthony's lawsuit, defamation lawsuit against John. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
You know, something I'm not involved in. I don't have to fucking worry about. I can talk about all I want.
And for the record, I do not want to sue Stuttering John over the strikes. I would just like him to stop striking us because it's not accurate. It's frivolous. It's not. If it was and your rights were being violated, our channel would be gone long ago. We've had over 30 strikes. So he's just doing it to fuck it up for the viewers, for us, and, you know, that would be the only reason. If it continues, I would be left with no choice. I can't even. There's this loophole in YouTube that his people have helped him with, and it's going to continue, not just for us, but for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Lucky number 31, though, Shuli. You never know.
I think we're at 34.
Isla Royale for $20. Can we verify that Tabber is legally able to practice law? He's disbarred. Maybe that's why his name was spelled wrong the first time. Maybe someone was impersonating, which means this case could be thrown out completely. I believe he was reinstated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
Which is
look it
wild.
up. Yes, I looked this up yesterday when I got that text from her, and it does say he was reinstated in 2023 on the New York bar.
Which is a unique thing to have happen after going to prison for, you know, an 8-year sentence or whatever it was, right?
Right.
Hey, that's why prisons have erasers, my friend.
Do prisons have erasers?
I mean,
I knew
something
about
like that.
pencils.
Something like that.
D. Martig, you losers are so lucky. John won't get Kate Meany on the stand. It would have resulted in Shuli giving a dramatic Perry Mason-style confession. In John's mind, I love watching John fantasize about Discovery because he thinks Discovery is going to be like this cross-examination with Kate Meany where there's like this big gotcha and the judge, like his jaw drops and jurors are dropping pencils on their hands like, oh, what? But you can see him fantasizing about it in his mind like a child.
Yeah, it's like Jim Carrey and Cable Guy. You know, his all his memories are TV shows, and all his examples of revenge, of winning, it's all from movies and weird shit, other people's victories. You know, it's just wild. He's going, if you've seen The Godfather,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, you're not a godfather. You're not a good father. You're a shit father. Be honest.
Comedy Podcast clips another $5 says, I followed the Pat T stuff. They also went after his ex-wife and kid, said he was a deadbeat dad. Wife/kid wanted nothing to do with him. Ironic. Yeah, the Patrick Thomason stuff, when you look into it, it wasn't just some tweets and DMs that a thin-skinned guy reacted to.
I mean, there's a guy who legitimately could say, what did I do to all of you? You know, other
Right.
than say Norm's not funny. What did I do?
Chelino, $5 says, Bob, leave the next point, Dabble point. He said he would do it. Shuli? That'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Did you hear him do that rap about Anthony where, you know, he's talking about Anthony's lawsuit coming up and he won't say he can't wait and he wants to be sued, but he's ready. Him and Jerry's going to represent himself.
Yes. Yeah, I
Right.
heard that on your show last night.
And then he says, and then people are saying, oh, well, there's no anti-slap in South Carolina. And he goes, how do you know it's going to be in South Carolina? Well, because Kumi is going to file it. What do you mean? It's not a wheel that you spin and you see where it lands.
John also thinks that Anthony's broke, right, because of the ATM
Right.
thing in Vegas.
That was hilarious. John will believe any story that someone tells him. Could you imagine Anthony go to an ATM and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You know when Anthony's broke? When he becomes the fourth mic on Rico. That's when you know
That's
he's
right.
broke. And listen, maybe Susser feels this isn't needed, but there is somebody who does, and that is Judge Denalfa. So that is the end of the discussion.
Jersey, you broke my heart. Mainly by including Granny. That's my main issue.
You know what? You weren't. I know that your ass was not going to bring this up.